Hey, it's Jeff and Matt at American Profit Recovery. And Matt, many times we take a look at a business and we say, do they need a collection agency? And many times I think the answer goes back to, do they have an ongoing need for collections? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, having an ongoing need for collections isn't something they want, obviously, but especially in a lot of industries, if they've got a healthy business and their sales are good, it's not uncommon for them to have receivables that are starting to go 30, 60, 90 days past due. So, in a lot of these industries, they realize the importance of collections as a piece of their business.
And so they're billing constantly, they're invoicing, they're following up, and it's not just they have 3 bills that they're sending out a month.
And unfortunately,
some aren't.
There's a residue of those accounts that will go delinquent.
Part of running a business.
Part of what happens.
So now you identify the business. Okay, they do have an ongoing need for collection agency. What's next?
So I think for them, obviously, is to optimize what they can do internally through what they do, phone calls, statements, et cetera, et cetera.
Their collection process.
Optimize that. And then secondly is probably look for that optimal point where they need assistance. So when their receivables, there's that fine line where these people just aren't going to pay. If they end up being 90 days past due, they're probably going to end up being 120. And they're probably going to end up being 180 and 210 and 240, et cetera, et cetera. So they need to look at their aging to see where that optimal point is that they might need some assistance.
So that would be sitting down or getting on the phone with one of our consultants and saying, hey, where's it make sense
do a receivable analysis, and let's take a look at that, what they're spending internally, what their process is, and where it makes sense to maybe outsource that.
And what about that company that has the one account for collections? What do we tell them?
Good for you.
True.
Good for you. But when they run into that occasional thing, usually it's best for them to contact a local attorney. There's collection attorneys out there. We recommend look for one that works on a contingency basis as opposed to a high hourly fee. And then usually those guys will take 1 or 2 here and there.
All right. So if your business may have an ongoing need, we'd be happy to talk to you. Check us out at AmericanProfit.net.